Okay, let's start the session, guys. So first, this still yesterday we have seen this, like what are all major companies are using this looker like Cisco, other companies. So first, as a data analysis process, like once you, once you get any requirement, how do you need to follow as a data analyst or BA engineer? So first, you need to define your questions, like based on the discussion which you have discussed with your stakeholder and based on the business requirement document, what they are expecting. According to that, you need to define your own questions that you need to identify what questions needs to be answered using your data. So what type of questions you have to answer based on the available data, you have to define your own questions. Then you need to identify what data is required to fulfill those questions. To fulfill those requirements, according to the requirement, you need to define your questions first. Then to fulfill those questions, what data is required? Like you need to determine what type of dimensions required, what type of measures required, what type of any other KPIs like calculation fields or anything which is required, type of graphs you required, what type of custom fields you required, what type of fields you required. You need to determine whether the required data is available or not to fulfill your defined questions. So you need to identify the data to fulfill your defined questions. Then you need to analyze, you need to explore. If once the data is available, you need to explore dimensions, measures, and any relationship between the tables is required, like to join those table, those things. According to that, you need to analyze the data in the explore section. Then you need to get the actionable insights. Actionable insights or information from the analyzed data. You need to interpret your results. Then you have to share with your end users, your users. So based on the user inputs, again the questions will be framed. Then you need to identify the data. Then after identify the data, you need to analyze the data, how you need to answer those questions. Then you have to create any visualization standalone report based on the analyzed data. Then you need to interpret those results. Then you have to share with the users. This is the data analysis process for any BI tool. These four things is the main important that you need to remember. Next. So first, next is once how the looker user interface will be there. So for any company, the URL is here. Since it is a like free version which I am using, using labs. Okay, for 1.5 hours it will be there. So since it is a lab, the URL is different. So usually the URL for any company, it will be like this: company name dot looker.com. Company name dot looker.com, or else company name dot looker.cloud.com. So mostly above one is fixed, like it will be there. For your company instance, like for example, your company is cognizant.looker.com. Your client is equifax.looker.com. So the URL for company which you associated, I mean the instance which they are created in the looker, the URL will be like this. So how do you need to access your instance? Just to take that URL, how you will log in, like any Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome or Firefox sorry, anything, you have to take this URL. Just you need to, how you will search for any website. Just put like this and hit that URL. Then it will redirect you one sign-in page. It will redirect you one sign-in page. Once you redirect the login page like this, the login page like this. The email is your company email. What, for example, you are like, for every client, the email is different, every account, and your company email will be different. So the account which you are working, that email and that password, it will accept. So like this it will come. This is when you log in first time into the Looker platform. This is the Looker platform. The home page maybe is different on what your company administrator has configured. So the UI is 99%, 90 plus above percent, it will be the same. But there are some other section it will be added sometime. Based on that, your the home page is different according to your administrator. Looker administrator is configured to you. So now we will see each and every one by one. So for example, you can see here recently viewed, or favorites, or folders. If you see here folder, so the folder is here, your shared folder. If you see shared folder, the shared folder, it's everything you can relate it to your Google Drive only. So in Google Drive, we will have one folders, right? So that is called here folder. The my folder is, the content is belongs to you and not accessible to others. That is called the data which is there, and you need to keep for yours only. You should not give access to anyone. That is called my folder. The content which you develop, see, when you discover something interesting, you can save it as a look to see multiple looks once and added them to dashboard. Your folder is a good spot to save looks and dashboard. You are still working. The content which you are working, that you can saved in your this folder. It will be access to you only, not anyone. So for example, the Google Drive, you said you have created one folder, the content is saved in that folder, but you gave access to somebody. That what that will be, that is shared folder, right? Because you are having access and you are giving some others also. Everyone can access who is having access to that folder. That is called shared folder, because the multiple users or multiple customers are using the same folder for the content. That is called shared folder. The content which is saved for your reference, which you are working, that is called my folder. The content which you are worked and need to be shared with the others or any users or developers, those all be saved in the shared folder that we discussed yesterday, right? It is a Git integrated environment. It is associated with the Git, each one. If you need to share with the other developer, you just need to move those things in the shared folder. So here you can access, manage access, to whom you need to give. User, developer, student, looker, admin. 3 users are there. But in real time, who and all is there in your team, those will be shown here. Got it my point? So still you are working and the other users need that content. See, other BA tools, they have to wait until you complete that work. Or manually they have to share each and every transformation which they have worked with. But in Looker, you just need to move in the shared folder, they can access it. So here people like who and all is having access for this particular instance, those will be shown here. So here lookml dashboard, the dashboard which we created, it will show here lookml dashboard. Here we are having one default dashboard that is called business plus dashboard. So if you want to hide this, if you want to hide this pan, you just need to click here. Now this is the dashboard. These all are the filters. This is the dashboard. These all are the visualizations will be like this. Since it is first time I am loading, it will be like this. So if you click like this, it will come auto adjust. You don't need to dip. See, other BI tools, you have to put more effort on designing part, dashboard designing part in other BI tools. But in Looker, you don't need to put any effort in the dashboard designing. It's automatically adjust and automatically create each and everything. You don't need to worry. For example, since I am the developer user, I don't have any access to edit this one. If I can access edit, then I can show you this one. See, like this it will be. This is one report. This is one the report. This is one more report, one more report, one more report, one more report. All reports are together as a dashboard. Okay. So now we will see this is called data. This is called what to say. We will call it as a panel. So in this, we will have multiple sections. This is the admin part, what the Looker admin can access of it. But here you can see only database and persistent derived table. But in real time, you will have multiple options. In real time, I will show you, like once we started actual class, I mean, continues this only. I will show you first admin part. So like this, it will be there. See here connections, queries, data groups, and persistent derived table. We have one more section, users, to handle users. To handle content, we have one more section. To handle alerts and schedules, we have one more section. But here I have taken screenshots only database one. Database one, user one, content related one, alerts and schedules, BA connectors, blocks. There are multiple sections are there in the admin section. Whatever you can see here, it is here, whatever you can see here in database one section only, we will have multiple sections, multiple options. Here you can see only persistent derived table, but in database section, you can see all this. In database section, you can see all this: queries, connections, data groups. Since it is you are not admin, you are just as a user, so you are having permission to see only persistent derived table. Okay, this is the admin section where, okay, this is the admin section where, like let's come one by one. The explore section, okay, where developers and business users create the looks or dashboard. Like other BI tools, we will call it as a standalone report, right? Or report or work single report. That is called in Looker, in LookML terms, sorry, in Looker terms. In Looker, we will call it as a look or looks, multiple reports. Here, dashboard is dashboard only here also. So where developers and business users create looks and dashboard by using available data sets. The data sets who will curate it, guys? Developers will curate it. If you see already in e-commerce data set, we are having two data sets, events and order items. In FAA, we are having two data sets. In Looker Basics, we are having fruit basket. So like that, if you see, I selected one data set which we curated. How it will come, you know, let me show you how we can curate it. So if you go, see here, I said, right, once you connect it to the database, all the tables, Looker will create everything as one view. If you see here, this is a view. What is the view name, guys? Distributed centers. Distributor centers. SQL table name is nothing but your database table name. Cloud_training.demos and looker.ecom is your schema. It is your database name and distribution centers is a table name. So did you created any dimensions and measures? This all? Did we create it now?
No.
No. Who is created? Looker itself is created. There is a table in the database distribution center and ID is a column which is a primary key column and latitude is a one more column, longitude is a one more column, dimension is a name one more column and count is total number of records in a table. So if you see users view, users, if you see this is one more table users, primary key dimension one view, one column, this is one more column, this is one more column, this is one more column. Did you created anything? See here first name, here last name. Two dimensions are we are having no dimension first name and last name. So I required full name. So I required to full name. So since now I am not able to edit. Why? Because if you want to edit, you have to go to the development mode. Once you go development mode, it will show here, you are in development mode. You are in development mode. So now you can able to edit the code. See, now you can able to edit the code. So every table has one view it will create. So users, okay. So how we will create, that model, I mean data set. See, if you see order items which we selected, order items, right, in explore section. Did you remember that e-commerce training is your project? Under that you have selected order items. Is this order items explore or not? Data set we will call it as a here explore. How under order items is came this many views. See, distribution center is one view. If you see, okay, here inventory items, one more view, inventory items. Here if you see order items, one more view, order items, one more view. If you see here products, here products is one more view. How all is came together as a one data set. So usually what we will do, guys, if we need multiple, if we need data from multiple tables or multiple views, we will join those tables, right? In other BA tools also.
Yeah.
So to join those tables, we just use explore. Explore name is order items. So we are joining with the users. We are joining with the inventory items. We are joining with the products. We are joining with the distribution center. It's a very easy code. Just to join table name. Type is what data, what join type. SQL only is to join which column it has to join. And what is the relationship between the table. So that it will come under the explore name, order items. Here don't confuse that. Here order items is a table. And even if you required order items data set, I will put. Okay. Here I will put from let it be sometime. You don't know this thing, no? We will discuss in later. See, now I'm just using save. You need to validate Looker. Looker itself will let you know that whether you have given correct, correct code is correct or not. It will give you correct name. Whatever you mentioned, it is correct or not. User ID. 1 second. Now you can see. Order items, order items. See now the model name is changed. See, order items dataset. Changed or not? Here you mention order items dataset. Here previously order items. Now order item dataset. So under order items dataset, all views are key. So I need brand, category, count. I need distribution center, distribution name. I need inventory cost. Product name. So if I just run it, you can see. So automatically data is came. If you go to the SQL section, have you written any SQL this one? This complex SQL, did you written any this complex SQL?
It is auto-generated.
See, that's we discussed right yesterday. See, at last, you just need to see. Once you just need to select the fields in the looker. Looker, based on the transformations you have done, it will generate the SQL and pull the data from the database. It's auto-generate. See, this is a very complex SQL. You don't need to worry. See, why it is joining with the left join inventory items, order items, products, distribution center. You selected some fields from distribution center 1, inventory item 2 fields, products you selected 3 fields. See, visualization also, it's very easy to generate. So now since we are selected multiple items, let me remove. What and all used are there, no? Just to go to in use and clear. So I don't want to make you to take it like order status. Not order ID. Total revenue. So I don't want to make you to confuse. Just to select how we can easily create the report. See. Anything you can select easily within seconds. These all are the chart types. Like this. Can easily create it. See. Just you need to save as a looker dashboard. That's it. Or you add to existing dashboard. You don't need to design any dashboard part. This is how much easy to generate. So what you need to do, which is complex to you as a developer, you just need to write this one. That's it. It's a very easy joining just to. In views, you just need to, all dimensions will come. Any new extra KPIs which you require. Total sales, sum of sales, those you need to write it. That's it. So if you go order items, see, here order items we are having total revenue. We need to create one measure. Just to type some sale price, that's it. Which format you require? You require USD, you require INR, anything. You don't need to take any other calculation. Just value format name, USD. Okay. So this is like the explorers who will curate, guys, the explore section which we discussed. So explorers are used to create the Luxor dashboard, where we will create Luxor dashboard in the explore section, which are available data sets. The data sets who will create? The developer will create using LookML language. So next is develop section. Develop section, this many used by, who will use guys develops? Just we use it, no? To change our content, to enhance our content. Who will use it? Looker developers will use it. So explore section will used by developers and users. Develop section used by Looker developers. So why we will use Looker developers? We'll use develop section. So once you go to the develop section, you have to select any project. I have selected e-commerce project. So there are multiple views. So if I need any new view, like already view, all the data will come. Any extra KPI or extra dimension I required. For example, one more dimension. So Looker intelligence will give directly. You don't need to butty or something you need. Just if you enter dimension, automatically came, see what and all is the dimensions, dimension group. Full name I will put. Full name. Looker intelligencer will give. So here type. So what is this string I am taking? See automatically came string. So SQL is what? I am taking concat function. Concat. So in concat, what should I do? I have to use first name, comma, space, comma, last name. That's it. Save changes, validate. Now Looker will give you full name. That's it. Is it difficult to create? So if you go here, order item data set, in users, do we have full name? First name, last name is there. No full name, right? Just to refresh it, which you created here. Even you can open multiple like this. Right click, open new tab. You can work in the multiple tabs at a time. So if you go to the users, now you can see full name. See, if you see here, what is full name mechanism? Concat of first name, comma, last name. Is it very easy or it's a difficult? Very easy or difficult, guys? Guys, are there?
Yeah, this is easy compared to other
BA tools.
BA
It's
tools.
very
Yeah,
easy.
definitely.
So you need to know only how you need to define that sheet. Only you need to put some effort to create new measures and make the relationship between the views to come together. To come together. Other BA tools, you need to worry. You need to write a custom SQL, those all the things. It's very difficult. Custom SQL and all. So here just select full name, age, in users, in order item data set, total revenue for that users. Just click on it. Simple. Other BA tools, you need to write this custom SQL, everything. Okay. So this is how, like the explore section used by the users and developers to create the looks and dashboard, which I have shown you know that one. In develop section used by the Looker developers to curate this explores. To curate the explores via explore tab, like to curate this explore. Once you create the explore, explores, in explore section, you can access those data sets to create the looks and dashboards. Under developer section, we have three components. One is content validator, SQL runner, and project. The content which you created, no, maybe it's maybe wrong. Right. It may be wrong. You need to validate entire LookML code which you develop. So make sure that before deployment, once we develop everything, before deployment, to check, validate the LookML code which you created here. in LookML code which you develop in the develop section. Here, develop. So you don't need to worry about navigation. I'm giving just the user interface how it will be. Okay. Whatever you develop this code, whether it is correct or not, you can validate entire instance. If there are any issue, it will throw you. You just need to change those issues. Second one is like we will have, see if you need some custom SQL which you need to write, what you have to do in other BA tools? You have to go and log into the your, tell me, log into the your SQL database, then type a query and run that query. Once you get the data, if the query is correct, then copy this SQL code and come to the BA tool. Then you have to paste that query, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, we'll paste in custom SQL.
Custom SQL, no? So here, this is my SQL query, suppose. So usually the other BA tools, you have to go to the database and type the code, test the code. Once the result is correct, copy this code and come to the Power BI or Tableau and paste this code as a custom SQL, separate dataset. But in Looker, it is not at all required. You can, in Looker itself, you will have a component to test your SQL code that is called SQL Runner. In SQL Runner, run whatever query you required and check the data. If the data is correct, just add to project. That's it. See, automatically the view name is SQL Runner query, right? It will automatically add. What it will add based on the custom SQL which you written. See, have you written this view? Have you written this view manually? No, right? How it came? You just add to your project. See, SQL Runner query is the view name. See, here previously we are having schema name dot table name. Now we are having custom SQL which you written. All it will only create dimensions. It will only dimension groups, dimension location, set also it will create. Like drill downs we are having, no, all detailed drill downs also. Like that. That is how, this is one more. We will more discuss. Just I am giving briefing. SQL Runner is used to like where the database development tool UI we were having, no, just to validate your code and get that code as a view. Project. In this project, the project which are available to you, those projects will be available to access. For example, for you tag to only single project, it will show only single project to you. If you tag to multiple project, then you will have multiple projects here. Clear, right? Now, Looker interface. Just explore what we will do, guys. In explore section, we will use the explore section to create the reports and dashboard, which are available data set. In develop section, we will enhance the code and we will curate the data sets. In admin section, Looker administrator will use to configure the data connections, to create the, what admin will do, to create the connection, to create the project, to give access to you, to give access to the users, to maintain the content, to maintain the performance angle, all admin will do. Clear? Next to home section. This is the home page. Like here it will show your favorite dashboards and looks, or which is you recently viewed, it will show here. Which is popular at your organization. Popular in the sense, many people will use the same dashboard or report. It will show here. Only which you viewed recently, which you have viewed recently, it will show here. So next, recently viewed folder we are having, which are all recently viewed in this folder you can see. Favorite is having, which is which is you have which you have taken as a favorite. For those, all it will show you. For example, here, pin to dashboard, it is there, right? No. Favorite is not showing here. Like there are, right, sometimes multiple reports which you want to view usually. Those reports, just click on this favorite button. So love symbol here, then heart symbol here, automatically it will come here. Boards are nothing but, right, other BA tools we are having storyboard, creating to convey some message, adding multiple reports, multiple dashboards, presentation way, like this way, presentation way. If you want to present it to some other business users, that you will add into the board. So that we discussed right yesterday. Folders boards favorite recently this all What is blocks? Did you remember yesterday we discussed? Looker itself will give some pre-built of code according to the domain which you are working. Healthcare, banking, to accelerate your development process. Did we discuss, right? Looker blocks. Did you remember, guys? Yesterday. Here. Here. See. Looker blocks. According to the report you are working, there are some looker blocks which are available in the marketplace. This is the marketplace. This is the marketplace. All looker blocks, everything will be available. See, best blocks for your database optimization need. If you are working BigQuery, the database is not performing well, performance way, you just need to install this one plugin. Cannot install since it is a free version. If you are working Snowflake, just go here, install. For performance and cost usage to identify. Okay, there are pre-built blocks of code to accelerate your development work. These all are the plugins, data dictionary, lookml diagram, and that we discuss, right? There are custom visualizations which we need to, like other BA tools we will install in from the outside of the tool. We have to download from internet and we have to use in some folders. Then only it will come to your Tableau. Am I right? Or Power BI. Am I right, guys? But in Looker, you don't need to worry. There are custom visualizations already available in the marketplace. If you need, which is available in the outside of net, but that should be not available in the marketplace, ask your admin. Admin will install that one in your marketplace. Okay. So block section where which the dashboard we are working, automatically pre-built code, it will be available so that it will help you in the development perspective. So here it is a search button. If you want to search in entire, like we are having business plus dashboard, no? So just to search it. It will give what and all available. Entire instant it will show you. See, business plus. Business plus. I don't have access. That's why it is not. So the search button is used to give you the access entire Looker instance. So it is a Looker marketplace, which is very, very key hot for the Looker, where you can download data dictionaries, any plugins, any models which are available. See, BigQuery, we are having machine learning accelerators, right? Those all will be available here. You don't need to worry. Based on the cloud which you are working. If you see AWS related, Google related, Azure related also it will be there. Got it? Based on the cloud related. plugins. LinkedIn dataset also you can connect. LinkedIn, Oracle Suite, Salesforce analysis, everything you can do. YouTube also. There are some blocks will be available. Models. Model in the sense, once you connect it to the database, the basic LookML model will create. No, this is the model. These are all the things. Clear? So in the Looker marketplace will give you the enhanced that feasibility to install any plugins, install any models, install any custom applications, all things which we will get from the Looker marketplace only. It will accelerate your development process. So next is question mark. Here you can go to the documentation, Looker documentation. If you are having any doubts, okay. This is the Looker documentation. See, Looker introduction, all it will be available. Latest features, how you need to find out organized content, how you need to send and share content, you need to retrieve data. In SQL in Looker, SQL runner we discuss, no, that is also it will there. Develop section we discuss, no, in Looker. This is the develop section. Marketplace we discuss, no, this is the Looker marketplace document. Any custom application if you need to development with the Looker, this is the document. Anything as an admin you have to work. All admin related will help you for this. Admin tutorials, everything. Looker mobile application, how you need to access. In Google Cloud, how you need to integrate Looker, configure Looker in Google Cloud. This is the document. Everything is there. You don't need to worry. So all the code also will be available. How you need to write. See, code also will be available. So that it will helpful for you. If you need any doubts or if you need to, like for example, LookML reference. If you go here, if you need to write any parameter or derived table you don't know, just click on this. It will show you code. How you need to create, what and all you need to use. If you need to explore source parameter, you don't know how you need to use it. If you don't know join, that's we explore, no, you don't know how to explore a view, how you need to explore it. All the code will be available, like extensions, join, how you need to use the join. All the things will be available. How you need to join the everything. You don't need to worry. Okay. If you require any help for the coding related, that you can use the Looker documentation. This one. So here user guide. Some keyboard shortcuts we will have, right? We enter the development menu. But if you need to go development menu directly, see Control-Shift-D. If you need to exit from development menu, Control enter D only. Question mark, escape button, control button, some keyboard shortcuts. This is your user account to history, any schedules you have implemented, how many times you logged in, those all the things. This all about the user interface, guys. Explore is used to create the looks and dashboards. Develop is used to create the data sets which is required for the reporting. Admin is used to configure the all admin activities. Recently viewed is which you viewed the any recently dashboards or reports. Favorites which you marked as a favorite. Board is as a storyboard, like create one presentation with the multiple dashboards or multiple reports. Folders where you can save your content, where you shared with others. Who and all is available in your. One second. Okay. Can you hear me, guys, now? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So folders is, you can see three sections: my folder, your content; child folder, you are sharing with others; and people who and all is working in your instant. Blocks is which will accelerate your development work. So very simple interface where you will put more effort in develop and your explore section. This is the Looker user interface. Any doubts on the Looker user interface, guys? So I said right yesterday, there will be a data dictionary. Like you need to explain one dashboard to the your user, like which you created. What is this? See field label. If you see what is this cost, what is this created date, what is this create, you need to explain to your user. Other BA tools, you have to write a separate some Confluence pages or some Word file. What is this? Cost is in LookML code, it is inventory item cost. Created date, which I am using inventory items created date. Like that way, once you install it, automatically this tool itself will explain. See, create a reference source for all customers' external reports. Provide a location for business user to search all metric descriptions. What is that metric? To identify appropriate dimension measures for analysis. Make it easy for external stakeholders to identify and locate unique metrics for the bare business. Audit LookML model to assess whether the consistent naming converges are followed. So very easy, so that the business users understand the description about the dimension measures which you use. So they don't know about the database field, right? Even when you discuss what type of requirement they are having, they will tell their context, like use case like this. Like this, they will tell just use case. What is this? See, you will be working with the company called Fashion. You are working in e-commerce company. The company is selling clothes and accessories online. The company with the clothing website is such as Rulalala and Outlook. Two websites are there. Fashion LY went through a trial period using a latest database. So what you have to do? Fashion World is a data focus on orders and user information. An individual user relationship with the Fashion World begins when he or she sign up on the website. The user sign up date corresponds the user created date with the data. So like this way, they will tell you that you have to identify, you have to use your metrics. That we will discuss in the case study part. Okay. So that's all user interface, guys. Any doubts on the user interface? Anyone is having any doubts on yesterday's session also? I don't have any issue. If you are having any doubts.
Venky, can you go to that interface? How about the deployment? Deployment will have a different page.
Once you validate the LookML code, you know. One second. So in other BA tools, like we are having no Looker, same way the company can maintain 3 URLs or single URL. So for example, usually what will happen? Dev one URL will be there. Same way, testing one, QA one URL will be there. And the same way, you are having production.
Yeah.
So, but Looker will give you the feasibility to choose all three in a single instant for the your client, or else they required, that's their wish, to create separate URL also. Got it my point? They can use single URL, or they can use 3 URL separately. URL in the sense separate instant. You mean that separate instant. So within a instant, client can choose all 3 environments within single instant, or else company required 3 instance separately, dev instance separately, QA instance separately, and production instance separately. They can create. That's up to them. Okay. Once you go to the develop, for example, here it is a single instance. I'm using the flights. Okay. Okay. Here FAA. Airports is one view is there. Okay. So here I am creating one measure gist, RL gist will be. So once you have done, you have to use save. You have to validate LookML code which you written correct or not. Here validation. See, no errors. What is this?
Commit changes and push. Yeah.
Commit changes and push. So you have to give your version. For example, created new measure. Once you committed, what is this?
Deploy to production. Yeah. Okay.
See, since it is a single instant, my development is first to development. When I develop what it has shown commit and push. Now it is there in where guys? It is there in the staging environment. Like, did we push it into production?
Not
did we deploy? No. So still it is in staging. Once you deploy to the production, then only it will go to the production. See, now it is up to date. Even if you want to see what and all you have done, commit history, you can see. See, created new measure. If you don't require, for example, save changes, validate LookML, commit changes and push, changed content. Remember this message. Changed content. So have you deployed to the production?
In fact, this commit and push will come in enterprise only, right? Not normal instance, right?
Sorry?
Practice instance, it won't come, right?
Yes, it is a practice instance. It will come in the practice instance as well. See, because since they are using a single instance, practice instance also it will come. Okay, now it is there in the staging, no? If we need to roll back, see, one undeployed commits are there. What is that undeployed commit? See, changed content. Have you deployed it? No. Why it is not showing? Because we deployed this one. If we need to roll back this version, just revert to the production. Okay, 1 second. Pull from, this is also production will come. Here it has to come actually, but I don't know. You see, so now see, commit history. What has happened?
Yeah, that is rollback. Yeah.
Rollback. So there are something which some options will not be available for the main instance. This one that I will explain you through the screenshots. You don't need to worry. These all are screenshots only. That you asked me, right? How it will work, development work, how it will go to the production. All we will, because since our instance is associated with the Git environment. See, Git actions. So Git is having 2 branches. It is your personal branch. Am I right? See, personal branch. You are a developer. So in real time, it will show your name here. In name, your personal branch. Deploy it to the production. This is your personal branch. Even once you go to the develop section, also it will show your personal branch only. Production is nothing but remote branch. Remote. See, put changes to remote. Remote is nothing but production branch. So all Git related also we will discuss, no worries. So once you deployed everything, it will go. First you develop new code or modification you done. You commit and push. Where it will go? In staging only. It does not go to the production until unless you deploy it. So till your deployment, you can do anything. You can commit and you can push and it will go to the staging only. For example, there are new sometimes
if I want to roll back after I deployed, and can you roll back that created measure?
that we have done, right? Committed.
Created
This one,
measure,
no?
that one. Yeah, this one.
That we should have deployment permission. It is a
Okay.
practice environment.
Slab. Okay, I got
If,
it.
for example, from production, I can pull like what and all data is there, I can pull. Here previously, if you see, revert to option, it was there. Do we have revert option now?
No.
Because there is no uncommitted commit. So you don't need to worry about that one. Okay, I will explain because everything should not go at first at once, right? So if I explain also, you will be confused.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you are having different, now it is a single instant, it is showing as a deploy to production. If it is multiple instance, it does not show you deploy to production. It will show you merge to your instant. It will show. I mean merge results. It will show merge into. So that you have to log into other instance who is having deployment permission. They only can see that one. Then they can deploy it. For example, there is new developer is joined in our team. If he has done something, if he is deployed it, entire production will collapse, right? So that is also taken care with the permissions. That is also taken care with permissions. Here you can see there will be two options it will show you usually. Only fixing errors, allow committed broken, no. Here two options it will show. It is not showing. The options is pull request recommended, pull request. Let me show you in screenshot. See, all Git I said, right? Version control. This all the things we will discuss how it will works. All the Git. This is a GitLab. Okay. So if you see here, see here, master branch is the production. Okay. Here, see, deploy to production. It is showing, right? If I enable this one in configuration, pull request required, pull request recommended. If I put full request required, no, the developers will not commit that code. To whom we configure this GitLab, they can't it. The deployment manager will review that one. So that like it's like nothing but, for example, you are a junior developer. I should not give access to you for the deployment because you may wrongly commit my code. Though I will give pull request required. Once you're done, it will go to the staging. Your lead will review that one. Then you will push that code. Understand?
Yeah.
Any doubts, guys? That's all for today's session. From tomorrow, this is the interface also done. That one also done. From tomorrow, we will go to the, Looker interface, how the project creation, all the things. How these all are admin related, but since you required, like, I will cover some admin parts also. we will go to the admin related, then we will go to the core concepts. From there we will, as a developer, we will work. Starting onwards, like this will be your instant will be created admin, your project will be created admin, your configuration will be done by admin. All this also we will discuss, then we will go to the developer. Okay. Any doubts? Anyone is having any doubts? I'm ready to explain.
Can you share the course content?
Content. Sorry, I think I missed
What
that
are the
one.
topics you are going to cover?
Yeah, these all things I can cover. These all are the major. Module 1 will be BA introduction, which we covered. Module 2, Looker introduction. Module 3, getting started with the Looker. Module 4, introduction to the LookML. Module 5, building visualizations. This is one module. Module 5. Like this way, multiple topics will be there. Like see, created customized dashboard, creating LookML dashboard. There are two types of dashboards we are having. User defined, another one is the LookML defined. And what and all charts are there. Like that way, multiple modules are there. Each module having different concepts. Advanced LookML, parameters, filters, those all will come under the advanced sections.
So are you going to cover dashboards like complex, any 2-3 sample dashboards you are going to show us?
Yeah, that we will create it. No, multiple dashboards we will create. In visualization section, we will create the multiple dashboards.
Do we need JavaScript for this?
JavaScript, that is having Looker is giving very flexibility. You don't need to write a JavaScript, but for example, JSON script, right? JSON script, JavaScript, JSON. So this one in API related required, but you don't need to worry. There is a Looker documentation we said, right? What to say? Looker, embedding Looker. You don't need any script. You need only LookML script. That's it. If I go best process, right? This is. We can do customization at any level, guys. Like, HTML also, right? If you are expert in HTML, see, that is UI related, right? How they need to call their dashboard, they require. You don't require. You required only whatever I shown you. Whatever I shown, some particular, everything is there only. You don't need to worry. Where we use SQL on? Why do you require SQL on? Everything will give you. You don't need to worry. See, they are giving, this is the SQL code. It will be convert like this, like that. Okay. You don't need any JavaScript. You don't need any HTML, those things. If you are having just SQL, it is very enough. If you don't require, if you are not expert in SQL also, my another batch will start in just 2-3 days. In next week for SQL, you can join. Any doubts? Anyone is having any doubts? People who doesn't know anything, they are just wanted to start journey with the Looker. You don't need to worry. To whatever I explained today, every day we are going to work on the same tool. Each and every segment I will explain again. You don't need to worry. Okay. Any doubts? The content, these all are the major modules. Under this module, each one will be there.
See, daily, what are the class timings?
That's not daily basis. It's a weekly basis. Weekly 2 to 2.5 hours I will take Saturday and Sunday. But
you can stop recording.